I had a conversation with Stephen A. And I said that I would be more judicious in the way that I critique the things he said, and I would only do it if it rose to the level of something I needed to say something about. It's interesting that he chose Jasmine Crockett. Now, she doesn't serve in any leadership position. She's in the minority party. I wonder why he didn't single out, for instance, the President of the United States. And is he serving his constituents, the people that voted for him, by, I don't know, attacking a comedian and maligning a comedian, or maligning the opposition, the Democratic Party?
And that's one thing that I don't like that the black community does. I went to Stephen A. page. I don't watch his content. However, I wanted to see how true that was. If Stephen A. Smith only decided to critique Jasmine Crockett, no. Stephen A. Smith has damn near critiqued everybody. He's had people on his show that they had disagreements with. So he has the currency built up to where he can speak about whatever the hell he wants. And that shouldn't even be required. It's like black men have to prove themselves by talking about this and talking about that. And then you could say something about a black woman in a position like that. That's crazy when women do the whole, well, you haven't dated every black woman to come to that conclusion. It's kind of in that vein. It's like, yeah, you got to talk about this, all the stuff that I point out before you say something about a black woman. No, that's a disingenuous argument. And if y'all think I'm lying, man, go to Stephen A's page. You see all the stuff that this dude then talked about. Okay, Jasmine Crockett was not singled out like that. Like he was like, this is my first time that I'm going to talk about a black woman. No, man, D.L. you better than that, man. Stop.
Rambling in front of generals and the Navy. How is his constituents served? Does he serve his constituents like Mike Johnson, who constantly calls recesses so he won't have to deal of the matters of Congress? Or Jim Jordan, who's been in Congress for 18 years and never has written one piece of legislation in 18 years. I wonder why it isn't those people that he singled out. We're never going to argue about the efficacy of Congress. I think we have an agreement there. I think that they are not effective. I think that they don't do the job. I think that they don't represent their constituents well. But Jasmine Crockett is a member of the minority party. She holds no power. Her party doesn't have any power. She's not at the top of the minority party. She's a very junior congressman. So why would it be her that you would single out? Her job to represent her constituents. When you're in the opposition party, the minority party, your job is to object and to be loud, to be a fly.
I'm not sure how black women will receive this from me. The black women who think that it's cool to act like that in these positions of power, especially coming from me as a black man. I expect more from you. I honestly do. And the reason why I say that is because I love y'all. Seriously. So when you do act crazy, I don't want people like D.L. Hughley to give you a pass to act an ass like that. I know that you guys can do better. I understand that there are so many black women who represent themselves very well. They protect black women's ethnic image. I have friends like that. I told you guys, I just interviewed a couple of them, man. I expect so much more from black women, to the fact that I don't want men like this to push this narrative that you guys can't help it. That makes sense? So I don't want you to think that the only reason why you in this position is to sit there and call President Trump names, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's not what you're supposed to do. Y'all more educated than that. And I know we joke about being the most educated. Even though y'all come in third, there are a lot of black women who have degrees. So you are educated. And I want you to act as such. So, and if you think me saying that is bad, ask the black men how I talk about black men on my channel, and how I hold them to a higher standard. Okay? Subscribers, people that have been following me for a while don't follow my page because I hold black men accountable. Hell, I lost a gang of subscribers for telling black men that we actually have a wall if you don't start getting to it when you're young. They got mad at me for saying that. So every month I go through it, but I know it's necessary. So when I say this, it's coming from a genuine place. If any black woman who follows my platform knows, they know that I love black women. I love y'all down, man. I promise you I do. You are above what D.L. Hughley is trying to tell you guys to do. That is not your job. Your job is to represent yourself and represent black women very well. The way that you're doing it, it's not it. Okay? So if it means anything coming from a black man, a well-established, married black man who's married to a black woman, I hope y'all take this to heart. I'm dead serious about this. I expect more from y'all. Okay? Damn.
In orbit to gum up the works. She's doing what it is she has the power to do, what's in her capacity to do, what's in her bandwidth to do. This is what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to make it harder and make it louder. That's what she does. She represents her constituents by being a member of the opposition party and to, by definition, oppose. I don't care in any paradigm you look at. Leadership starts at the top and goes down. Stephen A. Smith would have you believe it starts at the bottom.
He just had a critique. He just had a critique of the woman. That's it. And I'm pretty sure Stephen A. is probably going to respond again to this. We're going to listen to his response in a second. But yeah, man, it's just embarrassing that we have to go through all this just because a black man had a disagreement or a critique for a black woman. Is this going to happen every time? If it does happen every time, black men, you need to be aware of this. You need to be ready to take the hits. It's got to happen, man. Okay? Lord have mercy.